me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts obsession, I will not stop, no I'm never second.
Welcome back. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you like this video. I appreciate everybody that's doing that. It's really cool to see this channel growing. But we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna start talking about today. We have the free agents that the Dolphins should and should not sign back. We have a lot of free agents, and I really think after this year, there's only really a couple that we need to keep. So we will get right into it and the reasons why we need to keep those players. So number one, I think, is Raheem Mostert. I think he really did showcase that he is a pretty good running back at the position. I think we need some depth behind him, and I think that the only problem is the injury and age. But I think what he showed last year is, one, that he knows how to find holes in the offensive line so that he can gain yards. I think it just showed that every running back that we had, every time he touched the ball, he got maybe 1 or 2 more yards than every other running back that we had. And what he also showcased this year is that Buddy he's tough. Dude is just trying to run people over a lot of the time, and that's not something I thought he was about. I thought he was just a speedster. I thought we were just going to get the really fast guy. And I mean, come on, the guy was running people over, stiff arming people. Like, I mean, he looked like Derrick Henry out there sometimes. So I think 100% you need to re-sign him. I don't care that he's older. I think he gives you that veteran presence, and I think he gives you that fast, physical, big bully running back that we like seeing. I mean, it gives you that oomph when you're watching them. When he hits that run, he gets like 12 yards and then just runs somebody right over. Number two, this is an iffy one, but I think Melvin Ingram, when he was on the field, really just kind of was a difference maker. I mean, a lot of the plays that we have, it's him getting to the quarterback. I think you can use him in special packages. I don't know if he's going to be on the field every down. I think we have a lot of linebackers that we can put at that type of position, the outside linebacker. But I mean, to be honest, if you watch the playoff game, we essentially took Bradley Chubb out and just kept Melvin Ingram in because he was making more of a difference. And I think for the little amount of money that you're going to get him for, I mean, I think there's only upside to re-signing him, having him on special packages where he blitzes or he just goes on the outside and rushes, tries to win a one-on-one battle. Because, I mean, even at his age, he still kind of shows that pop. He still kind of shows that, you know, drive for the game, and it just looks like a lot of fun watching him when he's on the field. And I think he deserves to be on the Dolphins for another year. Another one is, this one is pretty important. I think he's been showing steady improvement each year, and I think he's a good depth player. So Salvon Ahmed, he is the other speed guy that he can learn under Mostert. He's really fast, and honestly, every time I see him on the field, it looks like he gets around like 8 to 10 yards every time he runs the ball. So I think he's going to be a good depth player behind Mostert, and I think he can really learn and start growing as long as we get a running back in the draft or in free agency or whatnot. The last one is going to be Trent Sherfield. I think, you know, Eric Izukama is going to come on next year, and I think he's going to get a lot more snaps. You know, he was a rookie last year, and he just, you know, he didn't really play the whole year because he wasn't ready to play. But I also think Trent Sherfield, he was a sure catcher, and he gives you a different element to the offense, you know, and he's another speedster that can run down the field and burn you. But I think he was really like a safety blanket for Tua when it came to, you know, having Tyreek covered, Waddle covered. Trent Sherfield was that third guy that can really, you're throwing the ball and he'll catch it. You know, he hasn't really dropped the ball the whole entire year. He was just, honestly, he was a great addition for us, and he's only going to get better this next year in this offense. Talk about what are the free agents, and there's going to be maybe some controversial, you know, takes to this one, but I don't think you bring back Jeff Wilson. I think when you brought him in, I think he was competing with Mostert, but I think towards the end, when we were playing the games towards the end of the stretch, I just think Mostert and even Ahmed kind of showed a little more pop, a little more decisiveness when they were trying to hit the holes. And I don't know. I just didn't like what I saw towards the end of the year with Jeff Wilson, where it just looks like he was just running into contact instead of being patient and trying to find the holes. And it showed, because it seemed like every time Jeff Wilson was on the field, you would get 2, 3, maybe 5 yards. And every time you put Mostert back in, you get like 10. And I don't know. I think you can find something in the draft. I think, we can groom somebody. I think you can do a lot of different things instead of signing Jeff Wilson back for the amount of money that he's going to ask for. And I didn't see a lot at the end of the year that made me really love Jeff Wilson. I think Mostert can really be the starting guy for this job if, you don't get somebody in free agency or in the draft. I just think he just shows more pop, and I think with the second year in the offense, he'll really showcase that he has a better understanding. And then the next one is going to be the corner. I think we need to address more the safety and the middle linebacker kind of situation with ours. So I think Trill Williams looked pretty good. He's going to be coming back. They both got injured, and I think Trill Williams is going to take the place of Nick Needham next year. I don't think you need to sign him back for another 4-year or $4 million deal. I think Trill Williams will be able to be sufficient with Cater and with Xavier Howard. I think when you switch the defense up, you're not going to need all these man corners to be on the field. And I think we have enough that we can maybe just sign another corner or get something in the draft. And I don't really think you need to pay that much money for Nick Needham, especially coming off an Achilles injury. You don't know what he's going to be like. You don't know if he's going to have lost a step or, whatever the case may be. I think you can rely on Trill Williams. I think Cater Kohu's great. I think we can kind of figure out where we're going with that, with free agency and see if we can get somebody else to fill those shoes instead of paying someone that we kind of know what he's going to be. He's hit his ceiling. I don't think he's going to be any better. I don't think he's going to get any worse. I think he's exactly where he's going to be. And I just think just keep Trill Williams. I think Trill Williams showcased that he has a higher ceiling than Nick Needham, and you don't have to pay him as much. So hope you liked that video. Like I said, hit that subscribe if you like this video. I'm going to be making more. We got a little surprise. We're going to show my girlfriend taking over this channel for a quick second. So that video will be coming out soon. But like I always say, hope you have a great rest of your day. Fins up. Peace.